Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Webinar OI online event. This is Mark Hirsch, and today is March 6th. Before we get started, I just wanted to bring up our legal notice. This is a copyright presentation of Second Stage Media, LLC. All rights are reserved. And this is protected by the copyright laws of the United States and international treaties. So don't reproduce it, copy it, or redistribute it without our approval in advance. We also want to share this disclaimer that this work is based on what we've experienced as writers, producers of webinars, and through our experience as online marketers. There may be some errors, and this may not be suitable information for your business or to reach your marketing objectives. If you want us to provide advice that is suited to your specific objectives, we invite you to send us an email at info@webinaroi.com. And just keep in mind, don't base all your marketing decisions solely on what you see here. The title of today's presentation is 3 Reasons Why You Never Want to Use Your Webcast Platform's Automated Reminder Emails. Now, let's just make a quick distinction here. When I say an automated reminder email, what I'm referring to are the emails that will automatically be generated. So when somebody comes to the registration page and they sign up for your webinar, we do not want them to start to receive the automated registrant reminder emails. And we're going to go into various things today. We're going to cover the 3 reasons why you never want to use your webcast platform's automated reminder emails. And we're also going to cover what should reminder emails really do. And then after we've covered that, we're going to go and answer some questions that have been pre-submitted by members of the webcast marketer community. So let's get underway. All 3 reasons for why you're not going to want to use your webcast platform's automated reminder emails have certain things in common, and they all have to do with getting better performance out of your webinars. This means driving higher attendance rates, this means stickiness, this means conversion rates. For example, I've seen online a lot of our competitors who say that they can drive 40 to 50% attendance rates. Well, ever since I've been doing this, and of course not in the beginning, but ever since I've been doing webcast marketing in online publishing, I've been able to drive attendance rates that are in the 50, 55, 60% zone, and sometimes even better. In fact, there's been numerous times where we've gotten almost 8 out of 10 registrants to attend the live webinar. So don't fall for that line that, oh, you're lucky if 50% show up. Those are just people managing your expectations. If you do your reminder email series correctly, you can achieve higher attendance rates. The other main reason that you're going to want to do your own reminder series of emails is stickiness. Now, stickiness is usually a term that we use to describe a web page. So like the webinaroi.com blog page. Well, that page has a lot of stickiness because there's a lot of great content there, and people want to spend time reading about the various articles that we have posted. So when we talk about stickiness in a webcast, it's an entirely different type of stickiness. It is how long a user is going to stay in that webcast. And then the third, and in my opinion, the most important, conversion rates. So when you create your own reminder series, you can have an impact on your conversion rates. And we're going to get into that in a lot more detail in a few minutes. But I just want you to know that that is all possible when you do not use the automated reminder series that your webcast platform provides. So let's focus for a few minutes right now on the first reason. Your webcast platform's automatically generated emails are designed to do one thing, and that is to remind registrants about the day and the time of your event. Now, I've already led on, and if you've read my ebook, Funnel Number 645, you already know a lot of this, but that's just not enough to do. If somebody registers for your webcast, you have the right to begin a conversation. And your reminder email should begin that conversation with your audience by asking them questions and answering some too. And that can be done very simply. The asking of questions is you can just give them your email address. Hey, if you've got any questions about our upcoming presentation, send them to us and give an accessible email address. Now, make sure that that's something relatively easy. We tend to use feedback or info@webinaroi.com. But you want it to be something simple, something easy to remember. And of course, it's going to be a clickable link right in that email. And you want to solicit their questions. You want them to get to be thinking about those questions as well. Now, we do this very early in the process, literally the first email when they register. We're going to solicit questions right away. And I'll get into the reason that we do that early in a little bit. All right, so the next reason number 2, is that the automatically generated emails don't offer enough related content to maximize your attendance rates or have any impact on the stickiness on what holds your audience longer. So if you're going to just use the automated reminder, again, all the user is going to get is the title of your presentation, the date, and the time. Now, you've got to take more time, you've got to put more thought into that reminder series. And what we're going to do in the rest of this webinar is we're going to talk about different ways that you can do that. So how do you get that related content? And how does that maximize attendance rate and hold your audience longer? So how do you use this email series to maximize your attendance rates and hold your audience longer? Well, the answer to that is that reminder emails should include much more than just the title of your presentation and some copy about the benefits. They need to solicit questions. When they're done at the highest level, you're talking about also promising freebies. Now, this is a really great tool or tactic that you could use, and it serves multiple purposes. When you promise a freebie, so for example, just for attending, we are going to give you XYZ. So XYZ might be, in the case, a checklist. It might be a PDF. It might be a spreadsheet. It might be an ebook. It might be a free audio. There's so many different things that you could give as a freebie. The most important thing is that that freebie is going to be free, and it's going to be valuable to your audience, and that you're going to promise it throughout your reminder emails. Just for attending, you are going to receive X, Y, and Z. Okay? Now that's another secret to maintaining your audience. See, when you go into your webinar and you begin your webinar, now we didn't do this in this particular webinar, but if we're doing a conversion webinar, when we open that webinar very early in the presentation, we're going to remind our audience that that freebie that they're going to get is coming, and we're going to use that, what I would call a holdback. We're going to use that holdback to hold the audience till the end of the presentation. Now, I get a lot of questions about how long should a presentation be, and that really depends on you. Today's presentation is probably going to be less than a half an hour. If it's a marketing presentation, I would aim for between 45 minutes and 90 minutes. And by promising that freebie early and often and reminding your viewers or your audience why it is that they want to stay, because soon we're going to give you this freebie. It's very valuable. Here's the benefits that this freebie has to you, what you're going to learn from this freebie, what you're going to get from this freebie. We remind them as we go, because they're just going to stick around. More of them will stick around for longer, and that's what it's all about. Okay. In addition, the reminder email should link to a survey. Now, this is something that's very easy to do. Now, I like SurveyMonkey. There are many other survey apps. If you're a WordPress published website, there are some plugins that you could use. But ultimately, a survey is going to enable you to guide the conversation. So in one of your earlier reminder emails, give them a link to a survey. Say, hey, you know what? Help us understand what you want to know about this topic. And when you send them to that survey, make sure that the survey is going to be a short one. I'm talking like fewer than 10 questions on one page. ideally 5 questions. Make these questions open-ended questions using the what, the how, the why. You want to ask an open-ended question. Like, for example, if we did a survey for this particular presentation, what we might say is, what are your typical retention rates during a 60-minute webinar? That might be one question. And we would give, in the survey answers, we would give various multiple choice answers. So there might be, I've never done a webinar before, I don't know. There might be below 50%. There might be above 50%, but not 75%. There might be between 75% and 90%. There may be 100%. Okay, another question that we might ask on a survey that's related to this particular webinar might be, how many reminder emails do you send out? And allow them to fill in their choice of between 1 and 3, between 3 and 5, that sort of thing. So ultimately, those are multiple choice questions, but you can also ask them questions about how they're going to use your product or service. So for example, how do you use webinars in your marketing? With an essay field. So if you were going to respond to that, you would respond thinking about how you're using webinars in your marketing. Maybe you've not used them before, maybe you have. Then the next question would be about the kind of results. What kind of results have you been getting from using webcasts in your marketing? So I know I'm just throwing together some ideas, but you need to be able to take that concept and apply it to your presentation, to your business, and when done at the highest level, the survey can help you get your audience thinking about the reasons that they're going to want to buy your product or service. Lastly, the reason you're going to want to use those surveys is to guide your presentation. And we'll go into this in a little greater detail another time, but you can actually gather enough information using these surveys where they can help you write. They can help you write your presentation. So that's one of the most amazing things about this medium. It's not only interactive when you're in a live webinar, but it's interactive beforehand if you use reminder emails the right way. All right, moving on. To view part 2, go to webinroi.com and join the Webcast Marketer community.